Time for what I call an automotive blood test and an update on how much oil my car has got through recently. This is a follow-up video to the one I put together about 6 months ago prior to this one. If you haven't already watched it, I've left a link below for you. The thing is, this time things didn't work out quite as expected, as you will see. So, 6 months ago, give or take a few days, I filmed a video on how much oil I thought my Golf had burned in 4 months and 2,714 miles since its last service. The service was about 10 months ago now. At the time, I thought it would be a good idea to schedule a video update for 6 months down the line for an oil health check. I've also had a few requests for an update, so here we go. Last time, when checking my oil level, I reckoned I'd burnt about 400 millilitres of oil. At the time, I worked this out to be approximately 150 millilitres of oil per 1,000 miles. We'll find out how accurate this was later on. So get ready for some numbers. I had 71,359 miles on the clock 6 months ago and had covered around 2,714 miles since the last service. I now have 75,314 miles on the clock, as you can see. So I have covered approximately 3,955 miles in 6 months. Going by my previous estimate, I should have used around 590 millilitres of oil. So let's see how I got on. The engine is at operating temperature, so let's find out where we're at. I've also been asked what oil I use. I like to use Castrol Edge 5W30 long life oil, which is the VW recommended spec for my engine. I'll be honest, I have purposely not checked the oil since I did the last video. I know this is a bit naughty, but in the interest of science, I really wanted to see how much oil has been burnt and if it is a significant amount or not. I know that if I had checked the oil level in the interim, I would have been tempted to top it up if it was low, so I've had the blinkers on for a few months now. Going by the comments on my last video on this subject, it seems that Golf owners have a really varied experience with oil burn, so I'm hoping this video is a good comparison for you, especially if you're concerned about how much oil your car is using. Okay, so as you can see, this is not looking good. I'm on the minimum and I'm not feeling good about that. Time to top up and see how much I need. Don't laugh, but before doing this, I weighed the oil bottle using the milliliter setting. Yes, I know. This came in at 557 millilitres. I wanted to know exactly how much oil I'm using, so I'll weigh the empty bottle later to find out. The level is going up slowly. However, on checking the level as I'm topping up, I'm not sure there is going to be enough oil here. I've let the oil settle for a while now, but look, I'm nowhere near the max line. I'm shocked. I wasn't expecting this. Surely I'm not burning this much oil. Oh well, I've got no choice but to go and get some more oil, and we'll see how much more I need. I must admit, I'm driving along now feeling a bit concerned about the amount of oil I've got through. In the last 6 months, I've done a couple of 500-mile round trips, plus my usual buzzing around, so nothing out of the ordinary. This is all quite curious, really. Anyway, I'm armed with a new bottle of oil and it's time to head back and see how much more I need. However, this is where we have a twist in the story. I'm back with only a few more miles on the clock. I've let the oil settle for a good 5 to 10 minutes and I'm going to check the level again. So, I check, and I check, and check again. I haven't added any more oil. And to my surprise, I'm at the max line. This is a result I like very much indeed. So I waited a bit longer, checked again, and I'm still sitting at the max line. Did I not let the oil settle for long enough yesterday before heading off to buy a new bottle? I guess that must be the case. Any ideas? I guess I was lucky I ran out of oil. To be honest, I'm not too bothered. I like this result and I'm relieved my GTD isn't munching through as much oil as I feared. The empty oil bottle weighed 74 millilitres. So I now know I only needed around 483 millilitres of top-up oil this time around. That's around 122 millilitres per 1,000 miles. Taking into account the mileage now at 75,314 miles, less the mileage 10 months ago at 68,645 miles, when my Golf was last serviced, I've used exactly 1 litre of oil in 6,669 miles. This is approximately 150 millilitres of oil per 1,000 miles on average over 10 months. How do my figures compare with your Golf if you have one, or indeed any other make and model? It would be really interesting to have some like-for-like info in the comments for everyone to read. I've mentioned before that a bit of oil burn is to be expected, but is this considered excessive or about right? What do you think? I hope this video has been useful, and if your car is using more oil than you suspected, you're not alone. Until the next one.